Good morning. My name is Prophet Curly Brazil. Welcome to another day of Bible Prophecy, Bible Prophecy 2010, Part 42. Well, today I want to follow up on where I left off about false prophets and prophets sent by God the Father who is spoken of in these later days. Now, what I want to share with you is the part where we're caught up in the moment where many false prophets will come. Excuse me. Hope this works because the light is out up there and I'm going to try to get it working. I should have noticed this before it happened. Uh, Now, where we are in Bible prophecy is the later days where the return of Jesus Christ is very near. I should have got that fixed before I started. Sorry about this. Okay. This chart here give you the Gentiles, the white race. The original race, in originality, was a black man, which was Adam and Eve. Then it transcended to Noah. Then the last part transcended into Abraham. Not Israel, not Isaac, not Jacob, not 12 tribes of Jacob, but Abraham. This is the formality which this New Testament sent by God unto us as the day began, and it never have changed hand since. But by the seed of Abraham, by Abraham, was the new formality of this world begin as a New Testament. This is where we are today. This is where the New Testament begins. And you don't have to listen to nobody, but go with your own feeling. Because if you listen to the prophets of old, they're going to guide you wrong because Jesus spoke this concerning this matter. He spoke this even before he was born, after he was born, and after he went into his father in heaven. Jesus did many works, many things before his birth, before he was crucified, and after he was crucified, letting us know that death have no power over the word of God. This is where we must begin the New Testament. We can count the Testament as the New Testament to keep up with the days and years as Jesus was born. But for as the gospel truth, the New Testament must start with Abraham. It have never changed hands since then. Old Testament will start with the creation of the earth with Adam and Eve. With Adam and Eve, but Adam, the number one part. All the way until the flood, if you want to count it by the New and Old Testament. In other words, it stops here. But as the word went out through Abraham, it have never diminished yet until its complete fulfillment. So how can we sit and say this is new part, this is old part, and when it have never been fulfilled? This is what I want to bring you back to the scriptures of the Bible. Excuse me. This is where the mistake in the gospel began. Okay, why I say this? You've heard the word parasites. You also heard the word leeches. Well, the parasites, the leeches, and all these insects, like the mosquitoes and all of these, they have to depend upon blood of another substance to survive, other than its own. As long as that substance lives, these creatures live. But if that substance dies, it's just like every other food chain. If you don't have a food chain to supply the energy you need to sustain your body, then the parasites and the leeches and the bloodsuckers, all of these got to die because they don't depend upon the works of their own hand. The lion don't plant, he don't bring up, he is something of a parasite. That's when God gave us these similitudes in the Bible prophecy. He showed us the one from another. He identified the lamb and the wolf, the lamb and the lion. The lion is something like a parasite. He's a predator. So when he take and identify the man who has sinister means and sinister thought, he's identified them as one or more of these parasites, or these leeches, or these bloodsuckers who go out and devour others. Through their characteristics, he identified them through symbols throughout Bible prophecy. And he shows you who is the lamb and who is the leopard, or who is the lion and who is the sheep, or who is the goat and who is the bear. These things, one beast devours the other. And the parasite doesn't care how bad he inflict wounds upon the person, neither do the leech. He is a predator, and he's identified in throughout Bible prophecy as such. This is what we want to take you to another level in Bible prophecy, where there are creatures of the earth, but they are so much indifferent because one is a meat eater and eat straw. This is where all these things are so important in Bible prophecy. So that we know the predator through his characteristics. And through his characteristics, he will kill and devour peoples and nations. All right. Now, other day in these Bible prophecy, 2010, part 41, I tried to conclude that part. Now, I want to show you something. Two things that gets us in trouble, two major things. Being afraid to say no, and being afraid of death. This is the part that gets us in trouble. Not always that we have to fight with a weapon of mass destruction to gain victory over the war or over a battle. We don't have to pick up one thing, but only thing that we need to not be afraid of is to say no and death. Our addiction also and our survival depending on those two things. Are we afraid to say no to our children and let them ride and let them sell drugs and all of these things in your home? You are setting yourself up in the name of being good to your child to be victimized by somebody else who gives him drugs to sell in your house. And even death comes upon these formalities. If we're afraid of death, we hold on something that